Almost Family and Sisters are TV series about a daughter, Julia, who finds out that her father used his own sperm and is potentially the father of hundreds of children during his 30-year career as a fertility specialist. After learning that, Julia finds out that she has many brothers and meets her only sisters, who are Roxy and Edie. So the story is about these three sisters trying to get to know each other, even though it's not that simple since their personalities are so different. Sisters is the original show, and it's an Australian TV series that came out in 2017. Just like the American remake Almost Family that was released in 2019, both shows ended after only one season, and Almost Family was canceled.
Look, if you want to stop, we stop, but I think we have something here. Something more than just a one-time thing.
Now let's focus on some differences between Almost Family and Sisters regarding the lesbian couple. Many of you have watched Edie and Amanda's relationship on my channel, but did you watch Almost Family? Some people think that the story of the couple is the same in both shows, but it's really not. Let's get into it. In Sisters, Edie and Amanda work together, so they actually know each other before the beginning of the story. They slept together 2 or 3 times. In Almost Family, Edie and Amanda meet each other on screen in the first episode of the show, so the viewer gets to see their first time meeting as they discover the series. Almost Family gives more details and context about Edie and Amanda's story and how they both feel and what's going on in their lives. Let's take a look at the actresses portraying Edie and Amanda in both shows. Megalyn Echikun-Woke plays Edie Palmer, and Victoria Cartagena plays Amanda Doherty. In Almost Family, Edie and Amanda work on the case as rivals, while in Sisters, they work on the same side of the legal case related to Edie's biological father. In Sisters, Antonia Preble plays Edie Flanagan and Zinzi Okenyo plays Amanda. When Almost Family came out, I was so in love with this show, until Edie cheated on Amanda with Tim. Let me explain. In Sisters, the original show, the difference is that Edie and Amanda weren't a couple. Edie didn't have the courage to leave Tim, and she wanted her life to be perfect, with no flaws. She couldn't commit to Amanda. It wasn't even serious that way. But in Almost Family, Edie and Amanda were in a serious relationship. She left Tim, which we were so happy about at the time, just for the writers to have her sleep with her ex. Almost Family had such a hurtful portrayal of this storyline. It was so awful. Overall, Edie and Amanda's from Almost Family had more screen time and were more important to the show. They had great scenes and a great story. At first it was amazing, let's be honest. But those writers ruined everything at the end of the show. Even though Edie and Amanda from Sisters didn't have lots of scenes, I mean, they had great scenes, some nice kissing scenes and a sex scene, but they weren't close or even cared that much about each other. But at least the ending wasn't hurtful. They didn't end up together, but at least nothing else happened. Tim left Edie, and Amanda left Edie. Now let's talk about these characters' personalities and the difference in both shows. Edie from Sisters is so cold. She has some similarities with Edie from Almost Family. Like, they both want their life to be perfect, and they want it to go a certain way, their way. But Edie Sisters is a control maniac. One thing I can say about both of them is that they give you a strong look, but on the inside they are so fragile. I like that about them. Edie in AF was played by one of the most beautiful women on the planet, Megalyn Echikun-Woke. So Amanda in AF was more developed than Sisters Amanda. Amanda's Sisters has no background story. We don't know her at all. AF was good in a way that they gave the character more backstories for the viewer to care about them. In the past, I've watched AF before Sisters. I loved AF until they screwed up in the end. I haven't even watched the last 2 episodes of that show. I've always been critical about Sisters, but when I finally watched it, I thought that it wasn't that bad. The only thing I didn't like was Amanda's Edie, because they didn't give her character a more in-depth story. What do you think of the analysis? Comment down below if you watched both shows and which one did you like best or dislike most. If you liked this video and analysis and comparison review, go on my Patreon page. The link will be in the description. You have many subscription choices, and I'll make new content like this. If you can support, that would be nice, because it helps me grow and motivates me to give you more content.